this very brief live stream. I am back here, and there have been some changes in this seaside city, just on the shores of the Black Sea, at the port of Odesa. Behind me we have Primorsky Steps, famous landmark. Is, I guess, formerly known as the Potemkin Steps. I think the official name is actually Primorsky. And this city is now under a military administration. So to explain how that works and what has happened, the mayor of Odesa, Gennady Trukhanov, has been stripped of his Ukrainian citizenship. And as a result, or as a follow-on, the city has been placed under a military administration. So there is a new head of the city. He's not the mayor, he's the head of the military administration. He is, I watched an interview, he said he was also in that seat. I think previously he was in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast as a leader there. And his name is Sergei Lysak. And that is a significant change. Trukhanov has been the mayor here in Odesa for over a decade. And he was stripped of his citizenship a few days ago upon accusations that he holds Russian citizenship. And obviously we're here during the Russo-Ukrainian war, and first of all, him having just another nationality would be problematic, but especially having Russian citizenship would be extremely problematic. You can't hold public office in Ukraine and I think you can't even have dual nationality. You never have, obviously, sharing nationality with the aggressor state that invaded. That kind of goes without saying. The interesting question is, why now? Because these accusations of kind of having Russian citizenship have been around for a very long time. I mean, best part of a decade. And the SBU produced what they say is a copy of his Russian passport, which was issued in 2015. So valid until the end of this year, just another couple of months. And did they just discover this right now? I find that hard to believe, because the accusations have been there for a very long time that Trukhanov does have joint citizenship with Russia, which is always denied. And there were a lot of other ancillary accusations to do with paying taxes in Russia and some other administrative stuff. But the real crux of the question is whether he is a Russian citizen. He's not accused of any crime. He's not accused of treason or of helping Russia since 2022 with the invasion or beforehand. So it is a curious move that the government in Kyiv has decided right now is the time for Trukhanov to go and for the city to put under military administration. What does that mean as a change? It means that the defenses of the city are now going to be more coordinated by the military. There have been some friction between the mayor of Odesa, Trukhanov, and the military about how defenses were organized here. And this will presumably be resolved. It also symbolizes that the kind of old guard, which is more associated with corruption, is on the way out, and that there will be a new Odesa going forward. Trukhanov is more the old school, maybe a little bit more of prior to 2022, more maybe nostalgia for things that were Soviet or Russian. He to play on the a little bit more as a character, but he was also elected in what seemed to have been free and fair elections here in Odesa. So definitely a big change. On a practical level, everyday level, if you're actually here in Odesa, I didn't see any changes whatsoever in terms of how everything is functioning for now, but most of the changes will presumably be with the military and how the defense of the city is going to be organized, in particular air defense. And that actually, well, at least I'm going to be optimistic that will mean that the city will be better protected from Russian rocket and drone attacks going forward. So just a little update. I will address the other developments in the geopolitics of the Russo-Ukrainian war going forward this week. Now that I'm back, I was out of Ukraine for about 2 weeks, and we're making plenty more content. If you have any questions about what has happened here in Odesa or any other geopolitical questions to do with the Russo-Ukrainian war, drop a comment down below this live stream, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, which I guess most of you are who watch this kind of content. And it's just a quick привіт from Odessa on the shores of the Black Sea in free Ukraine. Slava Ukraini! До перемоги!